Hello, good afternoon. Now it's time to begin the webinar. First of all, thank you so much for joining to our webinar today. My name is Maeda. I'm responsible for Overseas Department and Marketing Department at Matsushima Tech. Today, I will be hosting this webinar and also present the first session for countermeasures for trouble on belt conveyor operation. Please enjoy. Before starting the webinar, I'd like to tell you some precautions. Your microphone is muted during the webinar, so please use the Q&A column on the right side of the screen if you have any questions. Your questions are welcome at any time. You can send a text on the Q&A column at any time. And then we will have the Q&A section at the end to reply to your questions. If we do not have enough time to reply to your questions during the webinar, we will send an answer later by separate email. Who is Matsushima Tech? Please let me introduce our company briefly in a short time before starting the main session. Matsushima Tech is a solution provider for measurement or monitoring applications, mostly in heavy industries like steel, mining, cement, coal-fired thermal power plant, or something others. And our main products and services are these 5 categories. One is level sensing. We have radar level transmitter, various level switches, and some customized level measuring system especially for harsh applications. Next one is dust sensing. We had the webinar last month about this, and today we will be focusing on safety sensing business services. Today we will introduce some troubles for belt conveyor operation and some general countermeasures and some latest state-of-the-art technologies. We also have robot systems like human collaborative robot and some automation engineering and some others. Regarding network, we have subsidiary company in China and South Korea. Regarding distributors, we have partner company in Taiwan, Indonesia, India, Thailand, Malaysia, Vietnam, Philippines, Australia, Mongolia, Russia, and US. Okay, this is today's topics. First session is for countermeasures for trouble on belt conveyor operation. I will provide this information today about 6 types of typical troubles, major causes for those troubles, and general countermeasures. Second session will be provided by Mr. Mamoru Omura. He will be focusing on a few indispensable sensors and also introduce a few unique sensors for productivity improvements. Then, after this session, we will answer to your questions. Okay, so let me start the first session about countermeasures for trouble on belt conveyor operation. Actually, we've been involved in this industry over 17 years, since 1946. Based on this experience over 17 years, we'd like to contribute to safety operation of belt conveyor by introducing a part of our experience and know-how. And we do hope our activity will be helpful to your activities and the industries. Okay, today we are focusing on these 6 typical troubles and accidents, like material drop, fire accident, belt tear accident, belt cut break, broken chute, and the accident brings serious human injury. As you may understand, these are typical but really serious. These serious accidents, of course, causes huge loss in time and operation cost. But at the same time, it may bring maintenance cost raise, environmental pollution, human health damage or injury. So it's obvious it's better we should take countermeasures as preventive maintenance. So let's see those causes and countermeasures one by one. First serious trouble is material drop. Belt conveyor runs on the balance of friction and tension. Belt conveyor is designed so that it may run straight without snaking or being misaligned. In case every conditions are perfect and nothing changed from the ideal situation. But yes, of course it's impossible. And that's why we have to take countermeasures. Anyway, conveyor belt is not always aligned, but sometimes misaligned due to some conditions. And finally, it may cause material drop. So what is the cause of such belt snaking or misalignment? We can say major causes are these 6 situations. Pulley or roller has got dirt buildup or the adhesion. Roller is not rotating properly or broken. Transporting material is changed, loaded on one side or something. Scout rubber is damaged or load material is bitten inside. Conveyor belt itself is damaged. Environmental situation change like heat, wind, moisture, rain or something. All these factors may cause belt snaking or misalignment. And finally, it causes material drop, and of course it brings serious loss in productivity and maintenance cost. As you see those factors, it's really hard to solve fundamental causes. So we think it's important to take proper countermeasures, presuming that those causes may appear. Then here we offer these 4 countermeasures. The first one is to remove build-up material on the belt by belt cleaner. Belt cleaner prevents build-up on the belt surface. Then it means you can prevent build-up on the roller and pulley as well as the result. Next solution is adjusting carrier. This carrier is to regulate the conveyor belt when it goes snaking or misaligned. Self-aligning mechanical carrier is the popular system, but in case the regulating performance is not enough for the site situation, then motor-operated adjusting carrier is the better solution. The last one is belt switch to detect belt misalignment. You can get the alarm and the emergency stop signal when the belt is snaking or misaligned. Then you can stop the conveyor before material drop. Next trouble case is fire accident. As you may know, material of conveyor belt is rubber, and of course it's flammable. So it easily burns where there is fire sources at the site. This is also serious accident and it may lose huge cost and time. Expected main causes for fire accident is shown here. Number 1, belt slip between conveyor belt and dry pulley. Number 2, heat due to malfunction of rotating parts like bearing or something. Number 3, friction heat between misaligned belt and frame. Number 4, heat generated from accumulated dust at roller stand or something others. The last one is ignition from the site work using fire. Those causes may generate fire accident. Of course, it's also serious accident, and in the result, it may cause production loss, maintenance cost raise, human injury, health damage, or air pollution. We have to take countermeasure for this as well. These are the countermeasures for fire accident prevention. For the cause of belt slip detector should be the solution. This sensor, sometimes called as speed switch, zero speed switch, or speed relay. All of them function is same. In case belt slip happens, then belt slip goes down. These speed switch detects dropped speed and send the alarm or emergency stop signal so that you can stop the conveyor before fire accident happens. For the cause of friction hit by belt misalignment, belt sway switch, self-aligned mechanical carrier, and motor-operated adjusting carrier are useful as explained in the material drop trouble section. Next, trouble cases belt tear accident. Sometimes wrong material or obstacle are mixed in the transported material. It's like a wood pole, metal tip, plastic, or something like that. If this wrong material sticks through the belt and stuck there just below the transferring chute, then it happens. In the worst case, the belt will be completely torn out by the stuck wrong material. And in the result, of course, a lot of transporting material will be dropped out. It's a really serious accident, and it may waste huge money and time. So again, the main cause of such belt tear accident is wrong material or obstacle like sharp solid or metal mixed in the transporting material sticks through the conveyor belt and stuck in the impact roller just below the transferring chute. Too long. Okay. This stuck wrong obstacle tears conveyor belt. This is the belt tear accident. And in the worst case, conveyor belt will be completely torn out. Then you have to prepare another complete belt. You have to place it again, and in the meantime, conveyor operation should be stopped. So it causes huge production loss and maintenance cost raise. Okay, these are effective countermeasures, I believe. In case the wrong obstacle is metal material, metal detector and magnetic separator will be good solution. This is effective for metal material, but weak point is, of course, it is not useful for non-conductive material like wood pulp, plastic, or something else. So we generally recommend to install belt tear detector in every cases. Sensor part of the detector system should be mounted just behind every impact roller below the transferring chute. This sensor immediately detects such wrong obstacles sticking to the belt, and it's possible to stop the conveyor in a few seconds so that you can minimize the loss. Next serious trouble is belt cut brake accident. We can say conveyor belt is consumable parts because it's tensioned and it gets impact load from loading material. In case the belt is continuously used for long time over its lifetime, then this type of serious trouble is expected. This is really serious and dangerous. This accident may cause stop of operation, breakage of facility, and also serious human injury. Of course, it's better we have to take countermeasures. Okay, these are main causes for such serious belt cut brake accident. Number one, belt slip between conveyor belt and drive pulley happens frequently. Number two, rubber of belt surface is worn and the inner fabric is exposed. In the case, you can see this phenomenon at many places. Number three, crack or scratch on the inner fabric is observed. For example, you can see such damage over 10% of the width. Next is in the case the belt has damage or scratch or belt tear for many portions. And the last pleasant cause is the belt has such many repair portions. When you observe such phenomenon, then such serious belt cut break accident may happen, unless you taken countermeasures beforehand. Once it happens, it may cause huge production loss, maintenance cost raise, and serious human injury accidents. Such belt cut break is serious accident, but as I mentioned in the previous slide, there are many signs before. There are many signs before it happens. It means, in the other word, we can say, it is possible to prevent the accident by taking right countermeasures for such signs before. You can take countermeasures with those sensors I explained in the previous troubles, like speed switch for belt slip, belt sway switch, and belt tear detector. And also, we feel it's very important to establish an appropriate judgment criterion to replace the belt. Next serious trouble is broken chute accident. This is also serious. In the worst case, the transferring chute gets overflow and many material drops. And besides, it may cause serious damage to the facility. And it may also bring some environmental pollution as well. Okay. So main causes for this broken chute trouble is as follows. Conveyor belt is slipping, road material is not going forward, and keep staying below the transferring chute. The material keep staying below the transferring chute. And transporting material is stuck in the transferring chute and not charged on the conveyor. So it causes broken chute accident. And finally, it may cause production loss, maintenance cost raise, and environmental pollution. As I explained in a few times on the other troubles, belt slip detection by speed switch is the solution for belt slip situation. And for blocked situation inside the transferring chute, point level detection switch will be the effective countermeasure. You can install a right level switches as upper limit detection to stop the conveyor. Actually, there are various types of level switches according to the type of transporting material. But for detailed level switches, actually we are considering to have another web seminar in the future, including continuous level transmitters. So please let me skip the detail for level switches today. A conveyor facility has a lot of hazardous sources, such like rotating components or driving machines. If human is caught in the machine, no need to say, it's so serious. So I believe most cases, the conveyor must have safety cover or the area should be generally keep out area. However, there is no end to such human injury accidents, so we have to take countermeasures. Main causes of this accident is, if I say in a word, that is human error. I'm going to read out those typical human errors. Number one, someone started the conveyor during the repairing work. Number two, self-driving system started the conveyor during the human repairing work at the site. Number three, someone did the build-up removing work without stopping the conveyor. Number four, unintentionally someone touched with the rotating pulley at the conveyor, not having the safety cover. Then such accident, the human is caught in machine happens. It may cause serious human injury as well as production loss. Actually, I feel it's hard to eliminate human error. Completely eliminating such human error is quite difficult. So, we have to take countermeasures on the assumption that human error happens. Again, it's difficult to eliminate human error, and we have to take countermeasure on the assumption that human error happens. This is PRECAUTION switch. This PRECAUTION switch is emergency stop switch to stop the conveyor in the case of emergency situation, like your body is caught in machine or something else. But on the other hand, you can also use this PRECAUTION switch as a preventive measure to prevent such accidents. For example, you can switch the PRECAUTION switch into the emergency stop status when you do some repairing work or some other site work at the conveyor, so that the conveyor does not start even when drive button is unexpectedly pushed. Okay, so I picked up 6 types of serious troubles, like material drop, belt accident, blocking chute problem, or something others. And these are 9 types of common countermeasures effective for those 6 troubles. Today, I've just mentioned such type of countermeasures only because the time is limited today. But we are considering to have another web seminar for more details of those 9 countermeasures, including the point of attention and how to use them. We will inform you of the date and time when it is scheduled. So please do not forget to answer those questionnaire with your email address if you are interested in the next webinar. We will send the questionnaire by email just after this webinar. Okay, so just a moment. Okay, thank you so much for your attention on my part for countermeasures for trouble on belt conveyor operation today. I will be very happy this my part will be helpful and useful for your activities and some operations or something like that. Regarding those questions received during my part, we will answer those questions after the session of Mr. Mamoru Omura. So, Omura-san, I will switch the screen to you. So please proceed your sessions. Just a moment. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Maeda. I'm Mamoru Omura, export staff in Matsushima Major Tech. Now you found out the importance of the safety conveyor operation. In my section, I'd like to introduce the Matsushima conveyor safety and automation devices to support your safety conveyor operation. I'd like to introduce the 2 types of the conveyor protection switches. One is a simple safety switch, and another type is a Matsushima unique protection devices. First one is the simple safety switches. I expect that most participants are already familiar with these switches. They are simple switches, but it is essential for the conveyor safety operation. Therefore, Matsushima switches are selected and applied by the many industries in the world because it is highly reliable, highly durable. The first switch is a pull cord switch. It stops the conveyor immediately to minimize the accident or casualty. If it is delayed to stop the conveyor, it results in the critical accident. Also, pull stop switch can be applied for the accident prevention at the conveyors. When walking around the conveyor, for example, idler replacement work, the activation of the pull cord switch is one of precaution treatment as the interlock at the site, because conveyor cannot be activated by mistake. We have option models for the pull cord switch: explosion-proof type, DC micro switch type, and salt-resistant coating type to use near the ocean. We also have an advanced model, so-called PULLSTOP. It is an emergency switch complied with ISO standard. It has several advanced specifications. First, you can find in this picture, the wire rope is kept tensioned for this switch. If a wire rope is cut off, PULLSTOP detected and output the signal. Next one is the push button is also available for the emergency stop. Also, total 100 meter, 50 meter for each side can be covered by only one unit. Second model is belt sway switch. When the conveyor belt is misaligned, the materials on the conveyor fall down. It loss of the materials and may cause an accident. Also, the edge of the conveyor belt gets the impact by the friction with the facility. It reduces the belt lifetime. Belt sway switch detects these misalignment and prevent these loss and accidents. As a feature, it is equipped with the two micro switches for two-step detections. One for alarm signal and another one is conveyor stop. Also, because it's made of the robust housing made by the aluminum die cast, it can be applied in the heavy-duty environment like these pictures. We have option models for the belt sway switch: DC micro switch type, salt resistant type, stainless material for the touch pulley type, special operating angle type, also explosion proof type. The next simple switch is the two types of the speed sensor. First one is the magnetic type, which does not require the power supply. When the conveyor belt is slipped, the friction between the belt and the driving pulley may cause a fire accident. Speed relay detects these belt slips and outputs the signal to stop the conveyor before the fire alarm. As features of the speed relay, because power supply is not required, the wiring installation cost and work can be reduced. Also, because it is mechanically activated by the magnetic function, it can work even in the case of the power outage. Our speed relay also can be applied for the overspeed detection, for example, crane and elevators. The second type speed monitoring sensor is proximity switch type, so-called speed switch. As a feature of the speed switch is, because of the proximity switch, it is non-contact sensor. Also, actuating speed can be set up the site by the customers, and the wide range of the power supply is applicable: DC 24 voltage and AC 20 through 240 voltage. We have variety type of the speed switch: separated proximity switch type, transducer in panel mounting type, touch roller type, and intrinsic safety type. Next, I'd like to move to the Matsushima unique protection devices. Motor operated adjusting carrier, belt tear detector, and belt cleaner. The first unique device is the motor operated adjusted carrier. As explained in the belt sway switch section, conveyor belt misalignment causes the loss of the materials and reduces the belt lifetime. Matsushima motor operated adjusting carrier detects the misalignment and corrects them automatically by powerful carrier. It avoids the belt damage and results in the accident prevention. These detectors continuously monitor the conveyor's misalignment, and according to the signal from the detectors, the adjusting carrier corrects them automatically. We will show you the video for this system. According to the detector's tilting angle, the cylinder of the carrier shifts the carrier, push or pull. And this carrier forces to correct the misalignment of the conveyor. We also have a reversible conveyor type as an option. We will move back to the slide again. Next, I'd like to introduce a belt tear detector. Most belt tear accidents happen at the transferring chute. When the material transfers to another conveyor at the chute, one material gets stuck into the conveyor. The conveyor continues to move, the ribs expand, and materials are falling out. Eventually, a whole set of the belt needs to be replaced. This is an actual belt tear accident. Again, once falling material gets stuck into the conveyor, this material stops at the impact rollers and it expands the belt ribs. Longitudinal belt tear result in the tremendous loss of the replacement work and cost and stop operation. To prevent these belt rip accidents, Matsushima belt tear detectors are installed next to each impact roller. If any material penetrates the belt, it pushes the sensor before contacting the impact roller. After detecting the falling material, the detector outputs the signal to stop the conveyor. Okay, we will move to the video again to make a clear image of the touch sensor. The touch sensor is made from the conductive rubber. If any material contacts this sensor, it outputs the detection signal. Since our belt tear detector is designed and manufactured with the same proportion with the impact roller, it never misses any materials to make a belt reaction. Okay, we will move back to the slide again. According to the impact roller dimension, Matsushima belt tear detector are designed and manufactured. We can design our detector even for the unique conveyor, including the pipe conveyor type. We would like to introduce the new type of the belt tear detector. The trough angle of the latest type is adjustable at the local site. According to the actual idler angle, the customer can adjust the angle of a detector to match the impact rollers. Because of this angle adjustment, it is easier to remove and install the detector. You can find the convenience of the latest type by video. I will move to the video again. First, you can find it is easy to remove and install the detectors. After taking out the 3 mounting bolts at the only one side, it can be pulled out easily. When the format type detectors are installed for some limited space application, the idlers need to be removed or conveyor belt needs to be shifted up to install each detector. For new angle adjustment type, it is easy to install the detector without any remove of other conveyor parts. Next, it is easy angle adjustment. After releasing the three bolts, the trough angle can be adjusted at the site. After the adjusting, fixing the bolt again like this. Okay, I will move back to the slide again. The last model is a belt cleaner. If there is no cleaner, some materials are built up on the conveyor and are falling down somewhere in the conveyor line. It causes material loss, cleaning work, and conveyor accident. Therefore, belt cleaner is necessary and supportive if conveying materials are accumulated on the conveyor surface. Because each scraping tooth has a 15 mm width, our cleaner smoothly follows the surface of the conveyor belt. The flexible return bar is applied to support the scraping twist, so conveyor vibration does not influence the cleaning performance. It is easy to install it and adjust it because of simple construction. I introduced the two types of the conveyor switch. One is a simple switch, and second one is a unique protection devices. These models in this seminar are small part of our product range. We, Matsushima MediaTek, specialized in the material handling instruments. When you have any problem with the material handling, please feel free to contact us. At last, one important thing is all of our products have a 2 years warranty period because we have confidence for the performance and quality of our product as a world top class. Thank you.